Welcome to another edition of Breaking News brought to you by Source Selection Soundbites. Today, we will discuss the case of General Dynamic Information Technology, or GDIT, decided at the General Accountability Office, or GAO. This case is a post-award bid protest arising out of a solicitation to establish an IDIQ. The evaluation factors included staffing and management approach, technical approach, the oral presentation, price, and other factors. The agency planned to evaluate quotation in three phases. GDIT and Prospecta were invited to provide oral presentations in phase 3. During the oral presentation, GDIT was assessed a deficiency for failure to meet a material requirement. And more generally, the agency thought the oral presentation was disjointed, inconsistent, contradictory, and difficult to understand. After phase 3, the agency entered discussions with GDIT and Prospecta and received final proposal revisions. GDIT overcame the deficiency it obtained in the oral presentation, but upon examining all technical factors and price, the agency selected Prospecta, a competitor. Upon being informed of the decision, GDIT decided to protest the award. The protester challenged the agency's assessment of its oral presentation. More specifically, GDIT complains that the agency's criticism of GDIT's failure to demonstrate an understanding of the solicitation requirements during the oral presentation was improper because GDIT's responses to questions posed during the oral presentation were overtaken by the agency's subsequent discussions and GDIT's submission of a final proposal revision. In addition, GDIT asserted that because the agency's evaluation of GDIT's proposal under the technical approach evaluation factor criticized the proposal with regard to what GDIT was proposing, and when functionalities would be available, the agency's criticism of GDIT's oral presentation, which discussed some similar concerns, constituted double counting of the proposal's flaws. The agency responds by first noting that the solicitation specifically advised offerers that oral presentations were being conducted in order for the agency to assess an offerer's expertise and ability to articulate complex technical concepts. Moreover, the agency continued that the solicitation advised that it would not be given an opportunity to correct or revise those slides. Accordingly, the agency maintained its rating of some confidence for the oral presentation is justified. En route to finding against the contractor, the court with respect to the oral presentations, the GAO noted that an agency's evaluation is dependent on the information presented by the offerer. Given the solicitation's admonition that oral presentation material could not be revised, the agency was justified in its findings. Moreover, GAO determined that since the solicitation specifically contemplated the agency's assessment of an offerer's ability to articulate complex technical concepts as a separate evaluation factor, an agency is not precluded from considering an element of a proposal under more than one evaluation criterion where the element is relevant and reasonably related to each criterion under which it is considered. Given these facts, the GAO denied the oral presentation protest grounds. Now let's address a few of the lessons learned from this protest. They include: 1. Delivery of the information may be evaluated if the solicitation anticipates it. 2. The agency may consider the same element under 2 or more factors when the subject matter is relevant to them. And 3. The agency may restrict the update of presentation materials, which may mean the company cannot update its oral presentation materials even during discussions. In this episode of Source Selection Soundbites, we discuss the GDIT case and the principles of oral presentations associated with it. This concludes today's Source Selection Soundbite. If this video was helpful, hit the like and subscribe button to ensure you don't miss any new material. If you want more details on the subject, they are available on the Source Selection Answer app. It contains lectures, quizzes, court cases, sample documents, and more material that allows practitioners to quickly obtain actionable knowledge. Thanks for watching. See you next time.